Hi there, welcome back to Real Kosher Family Living. Today I'm going to talk about homeschooling because tomorrow's a homeschooling conference, and so I'm just kind of reviewing this year and seeing where we need to focus next year and what we did good on. So I'm just going to talk about the products we use, the curriculum that we used for this year in homeschooling. So last year, Yiska Miriam did kindergarten math and first grade math. She turned 6 in December, so she'd ordinarily be going into first grade this year. But she'd already finished first grade math, so we did second grade math this year. This is Singapore math workbook. This is 2B. There's a 2A and a 2B, and there's a workbook, and then also there's a reusable ha-ha textbook. I wish that the textbook had a hardcover because our textbooks are very tattered, and I'm not sure how long they're going to last. But I really like Singapore math. I really like the method that they use for teaching. I really like that they get into times tables very early. Second grade covers times tables up to 5. I think she knows through 6, so might be through 6. But Singapore math is excellent. These books are about $9 a piece. So for sure we're going to use that next year. For writing, we did this Writing with Ease by Susan Wise Bauer. Oh, I should talk a little bit about Susan Wise Bauer first. This is A Well-Trained Mind. This is a very comprehensive book about homeschooling philosophy with tons of resources, places to buy things. It's not a curriculum per se because it's not materials, but the company does carry a lot of curriculum materials. And it's more of a philosophy book, and I really like it. There are things that I don't do that she recommends, but for the most part, I'm really liking this. So if you're interested in homeschooling at all, this is pretty much a must-read. Even if you are not a classical education person, you're going to want to read this book. Mine was misbound, though. I'm upset. Okay, so we did Susan Wise Bauer, Writing with Ease. This book covers all 6 grade school years. So you buy this book one time. It's $29.95, but I got it on sale at the Homeschooling Conference for $24.95. And it's all 6 years of elementary writing. So we did this, and what we did is we read books. And then I would ask Jessica a question, I would ask Yiska a question about the book, and she would then write the answer to the question and illustrate it. Isn't that nice? I would write it out first until she became a more confident speller, and then she would copy it. So we read, let's see, we read Ozma of Oz. We read Black Beauty, and we read, she did some work on Egypt too, and we read a couple of other things. So those are the things she did writing about. And I really like this book. This is a first grade kind of paper. You can see it's the lined paper for first graders with the area at the top for coloring. And it stays all in one place. I know that lots of people have a binder, but so far, not so much on the binder. All right. And then for spelling, she did this Spectrum Spelling, second grade spelling, which I just kind of picked out at random, and that's how much I like it, is like I just picked it out at random. It's fine. It had a lot of opportunities for creative writing, which I liked, and I like the spelling rules. I had her spell out loud for the spelling test instead of writing out spelling tests because I have an eye towards spelling bees, and I think that you become a better speller if you can spell out loud. So I had her do those. I had her do all her spelling out loud, and I figured out very late in the year that she needed to spell her spelling list out loud every single day. So now we do that. Earlier we had a lot of tears and angst over it because she wasn't used to spelling things out loud, only written down. So if I find something I like better tomorrow, I'll go with that. Otherwise, you know, if this is all there is, I'll do this. Okay, history. This is my big pile. Look at this. This is the big pile. Okay, I used The Story of the World, also from Susan Wise Bauer. I kind of dithered about history until pretty late in the school year, and finally we got this, and we've kind of been rushing through it. We're almost done. There's this really nice activity book that goes with it. She gives you permission to photocopy these pages for all your children. So actually, my 4-year-old and my 2-year-old also did history. So this is year 1. This is ancient history. For sure, I will be getting these supplies for next year. There's a lot of history that is taught probably in a way that you don't want it taught if you are a religious person, or if you are a different kind of religious person, or if you're a completely non-religious person. There's probably history in here that is not taught the way you want it to be taught. So look through it first. I edited a lot. It's nice. It's very easily accessible and understandable, but I did edit a lot from this. So the activity book is just wonderful, though. I love the activity book. All right. We did these Dover coloring books. These are so nice. There's Life in Ancient Greece and Life in Ancient Rome, and there's a Life in Ancient Egypt one here too. Fabulous. Just lots of good information, really beautiful pictures. Everybody loves coloring these. For a Judeo-centric view of history, of ancient history, we use this. This is our young folks Josephus. So Josephus was a Jewish historian during the Roman Empire. So this is a fabulous, very Judeo-centric view with lots of stuff from Midrash that he uses as history. So it's great. We did 2 of these books, Life in Ancient Egyptians and Their Neighbors and Ancient Israelites and Their Neighbors. We read this one together. We didn't get to reading the other one together. Lots of projects, though, in here. We did several of the projects. The projects are great. The kids can do some of them on their own. Picture writing and food recipes, that kind of stuff. Those are nice books. Lots of activities that are really fun and really easy to coordinate. Like I said I did a video about one of the experiments we did from Archimedes and the Door to Science, so that was great. She's now reading Galen and the Gateway to Medicine, because now we're doing Roman Empire, and we're almost done with history. Probably we have another 2 weeks of school left, I would say, at this point. The area that I really feel like was a big fail for me was religious studies, Jewish studies. I didn't feel like we covered nearly what I wanted to. And so we're really behind, and we're just going to work through the summer on it. And we'll drop all of the secular stuff and just really focus hard on that. She's going to do one thing. She's going to pick one subject she wants to do through the summer. But then other than that, we're just going to really focus on this. What we did do is we did do this Tefillah workbook series. This is the second one, and we did the first one last year. So we finished this up. This is the Shemona Esrei and the Shema Part 2. If you are not familiar with Jewish services, this is a religious service, prayer service. So we did this. This is from Torah Umasora Publications. It's fabulous. Oh my goodness. It really stresses comprehension and lots of coloring and lots of pictures, and it's just really nice. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Lots of work on vocabulary. This is Hebrew script, which we're almost done with. So what I did is I took a pause in Hebrew studies so she could learn to write script, so she would be able to write, because before we started doing vocabulary, and I think that was a big mistake. I think we should have just plowed ahead without being able to write. Oh well, now I know better, right? So this is a beginner's guide to Hebrew script. This is a really nice way to penmanship course, and it's very highly recommended. We have to do vocabulary, and then there's an introduction to Chumash book that we'll start when we're done, or at the same time. So we'll start those 2 things next. And one thing we did do that was good for vocabulary is there's lots of words in here that are not defined, and we looked all of those up in our dictionary and wrote down the definitions and did lots of pictures for those. So that was good. but need more work on this stuff next year. So maybe I'll sign her up for something online. We'll have to see. Anyway, hope that helps you. Bye.